Hello and welcome to the Swing Bunt Podcast. Today we have myself, James Martin, World Series winner James Martin, Wes Wagner, also known as the loser, and Mitch Allen, who no matter what team he roots for is still known as the loser. So we have a great show coming for you guys today. We're going to talk about the World Series, of course, as it concluded last night. We have a little bit of NFL talk that we will do. We will also do our picks on the main show this week. We are a little short on time the last few weeks. So we're going to combine the picks show with our primary show this week. We'll do a little bit of NBA talk because the season's underway now, and should be good to go from there. So without any further ado, this is the Swing Bunt Podcast. Enjoy the show.
This thing is awesome.
Yeah.
I just hope you don't have any pearls.
So James,
I don't.
Thank God.
So hold that fist up for the fans again. So when I was growing up, we used to go to Detroit Tigers all the times, and there was a guy that had a green Hulk hand like that, except yours has a cup holder in it already, right?
Yep.
He had cut out a cup holder in the Hulk hand, and he was like the OG foam hand cup holder guy, right? But he was a beggar. Like, you know how different cities, depending on like what type of city it is, will have people that beg outside of the games or whatever. So he would have this Hulk hand with a cup, and he wore this old Tigers jersey and like this old orange Tigers hat. Go, eat them up, Tigers, eat them up, Tigers, eat them up. And he would just do that literally for like an hour straight before the game. And then you'd come back out, he'd be in the same spot. Eat them up, Tigers, eat them up, Tigers, eat them up. Guy made bank for like 20 years. And we always gave, like, usually time you're like, just keep walking or whatever. Maybe I'm a terrible person. I don't know. But we always gave money to that guy. And then
is it bad to give them, to enable a person for begging, or to turn?
We could have this conversation for hours. I don't know. Okay. But anyways, it's the thought that counts. The outcome, who knows? But either way, old guy, he did it my whole childhood. And we're eventually like, oh, he wasn't there today. We're weird. That's weird.
Hey, Dad.
We looked it up. He got hit by a bus. We were like, oh, poor guy. Literally got hit by a bus.
He got Regina George.
I don't know who Regina George even is.
I bet that person got hit by a bus.
I bet they did.
Good call, Mitch.
Yeah, sadly, eat him up Tigers guy. So anytime I see one of those foam hands, that's what I think. All right. We said this is going to be a short show, and here we are 5 minutes later. So let's go ahead and talk. Sorry. Let's talk about the World Series. The Braves won in 6 games, as was predicted by Trevor Plouffe, ex-MLB player. He said Braves in 6 against the Astros. At the beginning of the season, he nailed it. So that's quite the prediction. I hope he put some money down on that, because that would make some serious dough. I'll let you guys take it away. I mean, I watched almost every game, at least most of the innings of every game. Myself, personally, not having stock in this, it was definitely not one of the most memorable or entertaining World Series of all time. But you guys being the resident Houston and Braves fans, I figured that you should take this away, especially since we didn't get to talk about it all last week since we weren't here. So go ahead, tell us about, you guys just break it open, dissect this World Series. What were your thoughts? First off, James, you won. I'll give you the floor to start.
First off, I would like to say that the World Series was up significantly. So
yeah, it had a lot more viewers than in previous years.
Anywho,
still wasn't super interesting.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Even if we lost, I really enjoyed it. Just like,
well, go ahead. I told you I was going to let you have it, so I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop talking for a minute.
It was funny because I think I told Mitchell this, that the AL was so hitter like focused, like high scores, not very good pitching. It seemed like
a lot of injuries in the AL for pitching.
And the NL was the complete opposite. It was like 2-0 games were winning like every game. And then we get to the World Series. So one of them had to give. And if you ever look back in history, almost every time pitching dominates over hitting.
Yep.
And I felt like that's why we won, because our pitching staff actually stepped up and pitched better than they had pretty much all season. Like, they've been inconsistent, and then they finally got a little consistency, like Tyler Matzik, AJ Minter. I don't know if you remember halfway through the season, I was like, we need to get rid of this guy. He's horrible.
Yep, I remember.
Mm-hmm. And then he comes out and he's one of the best pitchers in all of baseball for the playoffs. Lou Jackson stunk. You're look-alike. I still think he looks like you. And then Will Smith. Will Smith had
White Will
no
Smith.
earned runs. White Will Smith. Not white, just white.
Just the
There's
regular
three.
White Will Smith. There are
Yes.
3 of them. Mm-hmm.
He gave up 0. His ERA was 0 to the whole postseason. He appeared in 7 games, didn't give up 1 run. Batting average was like 150 against or 190 or something like that, something low. And then our offense, I mean, we talked about this before the show. Eddie Rosario, Jorge Soler, Jock Peterson, and who was the 4th guy we got?
Eddie Rosario.
Adam Duvall.
Yeah, Adam Duvall.
And Adam Duvall.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Those 4 guys basically carried us in the playoffs.
Well, and they didn't cost you that much either.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
we gave up a Snickers bar for one of them.
Yeah, I mean, so literally the Eddie Rosario trade, who was your NLCS MVP. I mean, the primary reason I would say that you were in the World Series because of how well he played in that NLCS. You literally traded away Pablo Sandoval, who was then cut by the Indians the same day they received him. Okay. And we gave you money on top of it as well. So you pretty much got him for free and made money on top of it. And then he was your NLCS MVP. Absolutely ridiculous.
Somebody deserves a raise.
Yeah, for real. That was they saw something that he was not capitalizing on in Cleveland because he was literally awful in Cleveland. I mean, he was hitting like 212.
Wesley, top 10.
What?
Top 10?
What are you talking about? Top 10?
Remember, I put him as my top 10 outfielders.
Oh yeah, at the beginning of the
year. he was top 3, and actually he was the best in the World Series. But yeah, regular season, not so much.
All right,
yeah.
Go ahead, Wes. Sorry.
One thing before Wes takes over, I want to say one thing that I did notice about this World Series is this was one of the first times that we had one of the worst teams record-wise win the World Series in a long time. I mean, did the Braves have the worst record in the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe they did. Because I know that the Giants and Dodgers were higher, and
88 wins.
The Brewers, yeah. So this is the first time. 88. They were barely above 500. I mean, I think the Indians were like 3 games behind you. And for the Braves to be that much, I mean, they had a tough division, I think. But 88 wins and win the World Series, that's pretty amazing. You just have to be hot at the right time.
That's why I thought the Cardinals would be in the NLCS with us. But
yeah. Wes?
Yeah, I mean, I got 3 things really. Number 1, the Braves got hot at the right time, which reminds me of 2019. The Astros also faced the hottest team in baseball at the time. They got hot at the right time, the Washington Nationals, and they also had the worst record coming into the playoffs. And they came in and beat us pretty bad, just like the Braves did. And second thing, I think both teams that made it to the World Series are showing how important the trade deadline is. The Braves had a clear. I mean, losing Acuna, Christian Pache was, didn't show out this year. So the Braves went out and got guys, and they came up huge. Same with the Astros. Astros had a clear need at bullpen. We went out and got Kendall Graveman, who was excellent in the playoffs. Maton has ups and downs. We got from Miles Straw, and Emi Garcia was kind of our guy that whenever our starting rotation would falter, Emi Garcia would come in, get us out of the inning, and then when we'd have a middle guy to get us through. But it really showed how important that the trade deadline can be, with both teams really using that.
And I think that's true for most World Series winners. I mean, it can change, but most World Series winners, you can point back to a move they made, whether it were in the offseason or at the trade deadline. But you can clearly see how that move impacted their run. I mean, a few that jump out to me: Andrew Miller for the Indians in 2016. Granted, they lost, but the Cubs also made a move for Aroldis Chapman, right? I mean, you can point to different trades all over the place where it had an impact immediately in your team, and without him, you probably don't win that. So
Justin Verlander in 17.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so both teams, and this was one of the more. I would say the Braves trade deadline was one of the most important in MLB's, like, for a season history, because this was the reason they won. And the third thing I was just gonna say is, it's the day after we lost, and we lost in 6 games, which I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought it would be. I think it's because they just beat us so bad.
Yeah, they were clearly the better team.
The games that we lost, they really weren't close, and so I'm more at peace because of that. So it's like, okay, like we're gonna probably lose Correa, we're gonna lose Greinke and Verlander.
You guys had a great run.
But I think we'll still be a contender because we're gonna bring back a lot of our bullpen guys, and we got a lot of young good guys. So,
you guys are definitely going to go into the reload phase, not quite rebuild, because you don't have to tear down all the way back to the Astros, but you have to reload your team to find some more pieces to get in there. And
well, I mean, you're looking at it right now. Zach Greinke was coming out of the bullpen, so he wasn't a huge part of our rotation. Christian Javier was a huge part of our rotation, who gave up huge home runs in the playoffs. But he will be in the starting rotation. Yeah, huge. But he'll be in the starting rotation, and he was huge. He was huge for us throughout the whole playoff until the World Series.
Yeah.
So it'll be. I mean, we'll have Lance McCullers was hurt, which injuries happen. The Braves lost Ronald Acuna. We lost Lance McCullers. Injuries are a part of the game. So
the fact that the Braves are able to do this without Ronald Acuna
and without Mike Soroka, he's our best pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of any team outside of the Dodgers that I would expect to come back, it's probably the Braves. I mean, they're not losing a ton, and they're getting they're probably the 2 best players back. So I think it should be a lot of fun. Probably the highlight for me as far as like the best moment was when the Braves had a grand slam in the first inning and they went up 5-0 on the Astros, and the Astros came back and won 9-5. I mean, that was just a big moment for Astros. I mean, I was rooting for the Braves in this World Series, but that's a huge moment. I mean, as an Astros fan, to see those guys rally to just end up dominating the Braves, that was probably the most entertaining game for me. I mean, they took over pretty early on, or was it 6th or 7th inning, I think, and then after that they just kept piling on.
Well, so it was 4-0, and then we were kind of inching back, and I think we had tied it up, and then Freddie hit a monster shot, and then we took it over from there. But
that was the best game of the series, outside of maybe was it 2-0 or 1-0?
Oh, I thought that was a terrible game. There was no hits on either side.
Yeah, but it was
raining.
I love watching games like that, though, to this day.
I will say that even though Game 6 was not like super fun, it was by far the best game I think the Braves played all season. Like just really all around complete game.
They slammed the door. That's what you have to do. I mean, so many times you go to a Game 7 because in Game 6 that team cannot finish the job. They cannot slam the door shut. And the Braves came in and they just literally slammed the door shut in the Astros face. And then they put their foot at the door and said, no, you're not getting in. It wasn't close. It was one of the most dominating elimination games you've ever seen.
And, it just shows how important the bullpen is again. I mean, the Rays, Dodgers, they both had it last year. But, me and James were talking, we weren't sure who was going to win MVP until Jorge Soler, took it.
Yep.
And we were like, is it going to be Minter? Is it Matzik? Is it Austin Riley? And then Jorge Soler, hit the home runs and said, that's mine. But yeah.
Well,
good season.
James, you have to be off at 9:15, right?
160 days ago.
I do.
Okay. So congratulations, James. You have a year. You get to be King James, the first. Okay. Wes, congratulations on your runner-up. I know it's big time. Next year's baseball season, I'm already excited for it. We'll do a pre-2021 power ranking. We'll walk through all 32 teams coming up here soon about what we expect.
We should go back and see how we predicted.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We can do that next week. Yeah, we can do that next week.
Did you guys see that Buster Posey's retiring?
Yes. Yep.
I just
saw that. He's announcing his retirement tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
11 years.
He had quite a career. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Catcher.
He'll be a Hall of Famer for sure. 3-time World Series champion.
3 times World Series, yeah. And
multiple MVPs, Gold Gloves. He's
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. First ballot. All right, moving on. So it is time to do our hashtag Bunt Pod picks. Let me go ahead and pull up our sheet really quick. Give me 1 second here. So far, I think Mac is still in the lead. Do you guys know for sure?
I think so. Yeah.
Mac is 61-46.
61-46. Now you guys are not counting last week's, right?
Correct.
Okay, because
are we sure he's not changing picks?
I'm not.
No, we're
I'm
not.
sure.
We're not sure.
So last week we did not put picks in because we were not able to record a show. Pretty busy last week, and we just could not find a day that we could all record, or even that two of us could record. So luckily, this was the one day we could squeeze it in this week. Right now, the standings are at, here we go, week 9. Mac is at 61 and 46. I'm at 56 and 51. Wes 55 and 52. James and Toby are both. Or wait, how does Toby have 3 more games than you, James?
Uh,
Oh, never mind. James didn't share his once. Is that what it looks like?
No, I definitely picked every single one every time.
I have
Somehow-
no idea why Toby has
Somehow
that many
Toby
more
has
games than us.
13 more losses than you and the same amount of wins. That doesn't
Maybe
sound right.
maybe Toby counted last week's.
Maybe.
I don't
Let's
know.
see here.
I know he put in his picks.
Oh, Toby put his in last week. Yes. So Toby's have been counted. We'll have to
Well,
remove
so did
those.
I, but mine didn't count.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, well, we'll fix it anyways. James has 53 and 54. Mitch is killing it at 36 and 43. And then none of
Solid.
our, just because we haven't had consistent enough participation, no one is actually beating us as far as the overall season goes, but we still have had several people beat us throughout the weeks. So the last week that we did do was week 7. And who won week 7? Oh, I did. At week 7, I won with 9 out of 13 correct. And our followers, the highest follower had 8. Brett and Garrett tied at 8. All right. Week 9. It is time to do week 9. So first game we got on the docket, New York Jets at Indianapolis Colts. Zach Wilson is still out. Looks like Mike White will be playing. He actually has been announced as the starter. Indianapolis favored by 10.5 at home. What are you guys' takes?
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of
it
points.
is.
With and you know, Mike White looking like freaking Joe Montana out here. I think I'm gonna take the Jets in the points. Jets in the points.
Are any of you guys able to type this in?
Yes,
I am on my phone.
That'd be great, Wesley. All right, Wes is taking the Jets. Mitch, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Jets, but I think they're going to lose by 10.
Exactly 10. And James?
I'll take the Colts.
I'm going to take the Colts as well. I don't feel good about it, but I think the Colts win this game handily. They're a much better team. The Colts are one of the most well-rounded teams talent-wise, in my opinion. And I think the Jets are the opposite. I don't think the Jets continue to do what they did last week. All right, Denver at Dallas. Dallas favored by 9.5.
Dallas. Oh, is Dak back?
Dak took full reps today.
I would take Dallas.
Is Teddy Bridgewater playing? Does anyone know?
I don't think it's been established for sure yet. We don't know, but I think they assume he will play.
Normally, I would say no because we played Denver terribly, but since it's in Dallas, I'm going to take Cowboys.
Yeah, if it's in Dallas, I'll take the Cowboys as well.
Yes, Bridgewater is officially active this week, so he's expected to play tomorrow. He's expected to play. Oh, Denver doesn't have Von Miller anymore. Cowboys are playing well. They're at home. They probably find a way to screw it up. I'm gonna take Denver.
Nice.
9.5 points is quite a bit.
It is.
All right. Cleveland at Cincinnati. Speaking of the Cleveland Browns, did you guys see what's been going on with Odell Beckham?
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
so stupid.
I mean, one of the biggest busts. I mean, Cleveland was so excited when they got to trade for Odell Beckham, right? And he has just not been the same player as he was with Eli Manning in New York. For that first year, Baker just fed Odell, threw it to him no matter what. Since he gets injured, it seems like whenever Odell's not on the field, Baker and the Browns play better. Well, now he seems to be on the field more often, and he just isn't getting the ball. And Odell Beckham's dad posts an 11.5-minute video of all the times that Odell is open and Baker doesn't throw it to him. Then several players proceed to like the video and comment on it, to the point where today at practice, Odell shows up with helmet in hand and pads on, and the Browns coaching staff tell him not to participate today and that he can just go home. So the trade deadline is passed. My boy is going to get cut. What do you guys
He's
think?
gonna get released. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be released. I mean, he's pretty much done nothing since he's been there.
At least he hasn't
Oh,
killed
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah. Ooh.
Henry Ruggs.
Yeah. So do you guys think that he sucks, or do you think that the chemistry with him and Baker is just not there? Like, does he have the physical talent still? What do you guys think?
I think just physically, he's just been too banged up, and he's just I don't know if he can ever get back to where he was because he's just had too many injuries. So
I think that if he's with the right quarterback and the right scheme that's going to throw him the ball, I think he'd be good again. But
I think if he went somewhere like not Dallas, Green Bay, I think he would be phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
yeah, but here's the thing: Aaron Rodgers can make anybody look good. So,
yeah, but I think that
Exactly.
he is physically good, though. I think he is good. I just don't think that Baker feels the need to throw him the ball. So I don't know.
I mean, they run it 98% of the time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They do run it a lot. Okay, picks. Who you guys got?
I didn't hear the spread.
What's the spread?
It's
Browns and
Cleveland
Bengals.
at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored by 2.5.
Ooh.
Cincinnati's been playing really well,
And
although they did
Cincinnati-
lose to the Jets last week.
Is Hunt going to be back? No, he's on IR, isn't he?
No, Hunt's not back yet,
He's out.
but Chubb is,
Chubb's back.
and so is Landry.
Darn. Landry
I'm taking
didn't
the-
practice.
I'm
Landry
taking the
didn't
Bengals.
practice.
I think
Landry
he's
didn't.
expected. I think he's expected to play though, isn't he, Mitch?
I hope so. He just didn't practice today.
I'm pretty sure he said like on Instagram or something that he'll be back on this week. But
I hope so. I have him in a starting lineup.
Okay, so who we got?
Bengals.
Bengals for Wes. James.
Browns, why not?
This is a tough one. I'll take the Bengals.
I think this is a must-win game for the Browns. I'm going Brownies. Browns fans going to show up big in Cincinnati. They definitely have more fans than Cincinnati does. Minnesota at Baltimore. Baltimore favored by 5.5 points. They are coming off of a bye. Minnesota is not. I think Baltimore comes out and wins this game pretty easily. 5.5 points, though, I don't love. I'm gonna take Minnesota on this one. I expect Baltimore to win, but I don't think they win by 6.
Minnesota lost to a backup Dallas quarterback last week.
They did, but that was prime time, and we all know Kirk Cousins can't play in prime time.
I don't care. In Baltimore, that's why I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm going to go with the Ravens as well.
As am I.
Buffalo at Jacksonville, another big spread. Lots of big spreads this year. Buffalo at Jacksonville. Buffalo's favored by 14.5.
Yeah.
I'm still going to take Buffalo. There's no way Buffalo's like one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
Jacksonville's one of the worst offenses.
I do not feel great about this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of feeling the way Jacksonville, kind of the way I'm with Texans. Any of these big point spreads, I'm just going to take the other team. So I'm taking the Bills as well.
Yeah, I'm going Bills.
I got Jaguars. Why not?
That's not a word.
Jaguars?
Yep, there's no I.
If we were going to play
Guess what?
last week, I was going to play the Jaguars, and they got beat 31-3. So,
You guys both do. I didn't realize that. Okay.
all right.
The Jaguars?
Jaguars.
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 We from
Houston.
England.
Houston at Miami. Hey, so Deshaun Watson, is he going to just be released, or do you think that they'll hold on?
No,
to him?
he's
I
settling.
think so.
He's settling. He'll be playing next year. Not on the Texans, but he'll be playing somewhere else.
So do you think he's not going to get a financial suspension?
The only reason he didn't get traded is because the Dolphins were kind of kicking the tires on him, and his agent told the Dolphins, "We're about to settle. He'll be ready to go." And the Texans got wind of this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the price is 4 first-round picks again." Just so y'all know, because the price was kind of lowering, and they heard that they was going to settle, so the price went way back up. So he will be playing next year, 100%. They are not going to release him. I promise you that.
That is good for my dynasty team. But he requested a trade before
I think he goes
all
to
this
Denver.
ever came out, though.
No, he requested. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But he signed a contract and then requested the trade. So,
Right. So you don't
Dolphins.
think that they'll trade him?
No, he's 100% going to be traded.
Oh, okay.
But they're going to hold on to him until they get
Until
what
the
they
off
want.
season. Okay, I got you.
Until they get the price that they
Sure.
want.
Okay. That being said, I'll take
Texans
Houston.
suck. Dolphins. Okay.
I'll take Dolphins.
Dolphins
Denver.
suck too.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
the
so
Denver
Texans-
has 10 picks in the first 2 rounds.
No, we're not picking where Deshaun Watson goes. We're picking our picks.
I'm just saying, I was just making that point across. No one was listening.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love it if he went to Denver. That'd be awesome.
Well, and
What was his spread? I
that's
didn't
why
hear
they traded.
6.5 Dolphins.
In my opinion, that is why they traded away Von Miller too, so they can afford Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson in the offseason. Because now they just got 2 more second round draft picks for that. So, all right, James, who take picking?
Texans.
Mitch.
Miami.
All right, Las Vegas at the New York Giants. Las Vegas is favored by 2.5 on the road.
I'm gonna take
What a
the Giants
crapshoot
here.
this game is.
I'm gonna take the Giants 100%. I think Vegas is gonna be weird.
Do you think the loss of Henry Ruggs makes that big of a difference?
I just think there's probably, I don't know. If I just came in and said your teammate just killed somebody because he was drunk driving, hey, let's go play football. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like mentally they might not necessarily be 100%.
I will say that
Backup
Bruce Wayne
coach
to
is
the Titans.
great though.
the week after Gruden was fired, they won their game.
Yeah. But they kind of want him to be fired, probably. I'm going to
I
go with the
will,
Raiders in this. I think the Raiders are just a much better team as far as talent goes.
I will take the Raiders as well.
I'm here for the Daniel Jones breakout.
You can be here alone.
I
I'm gonna
like
take the
Daniel
Raiders
Jones.
as well.
James, I love how blue your earbuds are because they really make your eyes pop.
And my beautiful
And your ring.
ring.
Yes.
I actually think your eyes make your earbuds pop, but that's just me.
What a sweetheart.
Your eyes make my zipper pop. All right.
All
So
right,
moving on
let's
to
probably
New
take that
England.
out.
New England at Carolina.
All right.
New England is favored by 4 points. New England at Carolina. New England favored by 4 points. What do you guys think
Is
with this one?
New England, because I think isn't PJ Walker quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah, my man. BJ.
PJ
Boy.
Walker from the XFL.
Only player to come back, I think, right?
No, there's been a couple. Who else? Who
Houston
had him on the
Roughnecks.
fantasy team last year? Who had PJ Walker on our fantasy team? Remember we did
I
that
don't
XFL
remember.
fantasy team?
Yeah. I don't know. Was it
Like a
Wes?
week.
I don't remember.
No,
I did it every week. Thank you very much.
I did draft him in one of my Madden fantasy leagues, though.
Did you? All right. I mean, the Patriots are coming off a win on the road against the Chargers. I don't see how they don't win this game. I don't think 4 is a huge line. I'm taking New England in this one.
Let
Mitch,
me
don't
tell
forget,
you
you're going to owe me a
why-
lot of money at the end of the season for that Patriots and Dolphins bet.
What?
Why
That was
the
just
Patriots are
that was
not
just
gonna win.
Dolphins' better record, right?
Yeah.
It was $20.
A lot of money.
I still like the Dolphins there, but I'm going to take
Still?
the Patriots.
You think the Dolphins end up with a better record? Dolphins have 1 win.
Yeah, they're going to have 2 wins after this week.
The Patriots are going to have 6
Okay.
because they're going to get 2 wins this week. All right, go ahead, James.
I'm gonna tell you why the Panthers are gonna win.
Okay.
Because CMC is supposed to play this week.
You think so?
Is he?
Oh, is he?
It's
Supposed to.
possible. It's possible. He didn't practice today.
Okay.
Or no, wait, no, he didn't practice yesterday. I keep thinking today's Tuesday. He didn't practice yesterday.
If CMC's playing, I would take the Panthers. But if it's PJ Walker without CMC, then
Well,
I'm taking-
you got to pick right now.
I'm taking the Patriots, but I'm
Okay.
like, if CMC is there, then the Panthers will win that
Well,
game.
if James is taking the Panthers to win the game, then he's definitely taking them to cover the spread. Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans led by
Atlanta.
who knows who at quarterback. I don't know. I'm definitely taking Atlanta this game, even without Calvin Ridley.
Ian Book.
It's not Ian Book. It's either gonna be
Is
I know.
Taysom Hill going to be
Taysom
healthy
Hill.
Pepper Simeon.
or Philip
No,
Rivers?
he was no.
Is
He was so vague
He
about
said-
it. He was like, he's on timetable. What does that mean?
Yeah. If Philip Rivers said that if the Saints call, he'll listen.
No one's calling.
Now
That'd
we're
be a-
good.
Be a dumb call to make.
We saw you the last 5 years of your career. We'll go
You
with
know how
Trevor
much
Simeon.
y'all know how much I love Philip Rivers.
P. River.
Although he would be
Trevor
great
Simeon.
with Alvin Kamara.
Shut
Yeah,
up,
he could dump
James.
it off for sure.
Check down City.
All right, I'm going to go with Atlanta on this one as well.
Atlanta.
What was the spread? Doesn't matter. I
6.
choose Atlanta.
Have you picked against the Titans or the Falcons yet this year?
No, not one time.
Wow. Remind me never to take you to Vegas. Actually, I will take you to Vegas. I'll just bet against you. Mitch?
I said Atlanta.
Okay.
Three
All right.
times.
The LAC, Los Angeles Chargers at Philadelphia. Chargers favored by 1. I think this is a big bounce back week for the Chargers. I go Los Angeles. Although I think this is going to be one of my favorite games to watch this week.
Justin Herbert has been the worst quarterback in the league for the last 3 weeks. Dude has 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's looked horrible. This is a
You
huge.
should look
bounce
at
back
Patty
game.
Mahomes' stats.
Does he
Patrick
have 3
Mahomes.
interceptions?
He has 10.
He's got a lot.
He has the most interceptions in the league.
Justin Herbert's been worse the last 3 weeks.
Chargers. Doesn't matter.
I'm taking the Chargers. So I think you're right. Bounce back. I'm praying to God.
I'm gonna fade
It is
y'all's
crazy
pick
to
here
see-
and go Eagles.
It is crazy with how hot the Chargers started to how they've looked lately because they
They had
started hot.
They had 3 good games.
Yeah, they started hot against the good teams. The Browns, the Ravens, and the Patriots started really well. Arizona at San Francisco. I don't understand. Oh, it's because Kyler Murray's injured. Kyler Murray out this week with a sprained ankle.
So was JJ Watt, right?
Well,
JJ Watt's
He's
out
out
for
for
the
the season.
year.
He wasn't
Yeah.
doing
He messed
This
everything
week,
up
too.
in his arm.
Arizona at San Francisco. That's considered even. So you get to pick your winner. Being a home game with no Kyler Murray, this is a pretty easy pick for me. I'm going San Francisco.
Are you
take the Niners?
Are you sure he's not playing?
Yeah, he's
That's
not
like
playing. They said a
a
1 to
foregone
2 week,
conclusion.
1 to 2 week injury, high ankle sprain.
Okay, well, I am excited to watch Colt McCoy play, but I'm going to take the 49ers.
Why not stay the way I'm going? Cardinals.
Well, you're agreeing with Toby. Are you sure you want to do that?
No, but I will.
Who even is Toby? He hasn't been on so long. It's getting frustrating.
This would be an absolutely insane win for the Niners.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
It doesn't.
They need the Chargers to lose. Or no, that's AFC. Who would you want to lose? You need the
Rams.
Seahawks to
The
lose.
Rams.
Seahawks are in last.
Seahawks
Okay.
aren't last.
Yeah, I doubt the Rams lose to Tennessee. Well, it could. The Tennessee did beat the Bills, so it could happen. But that was with
We
Derrick
also don't
Henry.
have Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think the Rams.
But we
Rams,
got the GOAT.
Rams are my
Peterson.
Rams are my favorite to win the Super Bowl probably right now. All right, moving on. Green Bay at Kansas City. The worst quarterback in the league faces off against Jordan Love. Kansas City is favored by 1 point. Patrick Mahomes with his, is it 10 or 11 interceptions right now? What are you guys expecting from this game? I don't know.
Patty
Chiefs
Patty
to win
Mahomes
by a lot.
interception.
You think the Chiefs win by a lot?
Probably not a lot, but I think they win by at least a touchdown.
I mean, the Packers D is not great. The fact that
Chiefs
they're
D is
favored to win by
bad.
1, I don't understand really. Are these lines updated?
I don't think these lines are updated.
Oh no, we got to go with them. Remember last time I said the thing changed and we had to go with them.
Yeah, but that was after we already made the show.
Salads.
Week 9 lines. I don't.
You
That
gotta look
doesn't
at
make sense.
ESPN.
If Jordan Love is starting, how is it?
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes is hot doo doo. So
Okay, yeah, Kansas City minus 7.5 is the actual line.
Well, we can't change this. We're going to go back and change them all.
No, you can change that one. The rest of them are all pretty close. Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure the other one we did earlier without the Arizona one has to be different.
Arizona's minus 1. So we'll just change that to Arizona by 1. There.
so
That,
then
that doesn't change for me.
Wait, why does Arizona become more of a favorite losing Kyler? That doesn't make sense. Anyways,
know. Right now,
yeah, with Kyler Murray, they were favored to tie that game.
Arizona minus
Without
1.
him, they're
That
favored to
hasn't that must have
win by-
because he got injured early in the week. Home or freaking Rodgers didn't test for COVID until this morning. So Mac probably put these in like yesterday or the day before. So that changes that. The rest of them are all the same.
wait, so this line went from Kansas City minus 1 to Green Bay plus
No,
6 or minus
No,
plus
it's
6.5.
Kansas City minus 7.5. That is the actual line. So there, boom. Okay.
So without
there.
Aaron Rodgers,
The rest of them are all the same.
gonna
so
score
without
more
Aaron-
points.
No, without Aaron Rodgers, Kansas City is now expected to win by 7.5 instead of winning by 1.
Wow, I said win by a touchdown. This kind of stinks.
I'm gonna take the Packers.
I'm going to take Kansas City.
Oh,
Their defense is so bad. They're gonna run the ball. Aaron
I'll
Jones
take
is
the
gonna have
Chiefs.
his best game of his career.
you hope he does.
Oh yeah, I do.
Chiefs.
All right.
Wesley.
Yeah, Chiefs.
He says
Oh,
Chiefs.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I already
Okay, dog.
updated it. I forgot. I didn't say anything.
All right. So last game or last 2 games in the docket. Sorry, I was telling Toby to fix his now that we've changed that line. Tennessee at Los Angeles Rams. Wes, did you give James's pick of? I'm not. Oh, you hit enter. I imagine. Okay. Tennessee at Los Angeles Rams. Rams favored by 7.5. Tennessee has no Derrick Henry, but they do have the newly acquired Adrian Peterson. James, I'll let you go first in this one. Who you got?
Are you really asking me? I'm gonna go with Tennessee for 500.
Oh, how? Do you actually think they're going to compete in this game?
I
This is a
don't
blind-
care. I'm gonna choose them regardless.
This is blind love. Love it.
I do think they will compete still. I just think they're going to have to. Tannehill's just going to have to play a little better.
Is Julio
Which he
going to
played
be
good
healthy?
last week. He played good last week.
Is Julio healthy?
You don't know.
Is AJ healthy?
He's supposed to. AJ is healthy. Yes.
Okay. He's going to have to figure out that they're going to have to change to a passing team. I mean, their philosophy has to change from run, deep pass, run. It has to change. They've got to become
It might not. You don't know. AP. I mean, we have a good line.
Who knows
Yeah.
about
A good run
McNichols?
line.
McNichols is the man.
I'm going Rams here. I mean, I think right now the
I like
Rams have the
McNichols.
best offense in the NFC and probably the best defense in the NFC. I go Rams.
I'm going to go Rams as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams win by 10.
I'm gonna go Rams, but I would love to see Tennessee win this game.
I know you would.
All right.
Chicago at Pittsburgh. Not excited about this game at all. Pittsburgh favored by 6.5. I don't like either of these teams. I don't think they're very good. I think it's going to be close, though. I'm going to take Chicago to cover this.
I'm taking the Bears as well.
Low scoring,
Bears.
ugly game, in my opinion.
Go ahead, James.
I will take the Steelers.
I'm gonna take the Bears.
All right.
Well, I'm either we're going to dominate or get destroyed this week.
Yeah, you are going against the grain for sure. This has. Oh, I haven't been sharing the screen. Oh, well, that's fine. I'll share it real quick if you guys want to get a quick capture of what our picks looked like this week. So, quick review. We have these. How many games do we have this week? 1, 2, 15
13.
games. 15, right? Yeah, 15 games this week. So not that many buys. Here are our picks for the week. If you want to take a look, you can go ahead and pause the video now. If you want to compare your picks to ours, and then we'll put yours in alongside of this, of course. So go ahead and stop with that nonsense. Let's go ahead and talk NBA. Mitch, if you don't want to stick around, I'm not going to make you. It's your call.
You got 3 minutes of me.
3 minutes of you. All right, that's all we're going to do then, and then we're going to wrap up the show. Give me 3 minutes of your NBA wrap up so far. What have you guys seen in the first 2 weeks of NBA action?
John Morant's a monster.
Yes.
John Morant is a monster. I have the hots and nots. The hots, the Bulls are 6-1. They're on fire. The
Wow.
Heat are 6-1. They look phenomenal. Tyler Hero looks like a star.
They were my sleeper team.
Very hot to start the season.
We
The
play
Knots-
against Tyler Hero's brother in basketball this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cool.
The Knots, the Pelicans, and Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is about 400 pounds now. The Pelicans are 1-7. They are terrible. And then the Celtics are 2-5. They just had a player meeting already 7 games of the season. They do not look good. That's usually the start of the end whenever player meetings start happening. So That's what I got.
So right now, who is your early season MVP? Is it John Morant?
John Morant's playing pretty dang good.
Steph is leading the league in scoring, I saw.
Jimmy Butler is actually having a very good season. He's up in like 25, 7, and 8 right now. So he's playing very good with the best team in the league. So
Is Clay back yet?
no, he is not.
When
Clay
are they
is not
expecting
back.
him back?
December.
Okay. So with the way the Warriors are playing right now, when they get Clay back, will they be a favorite again?
They're second in the West right now.
Yeah.
So they're playing very good. I think they're a little too young to keep it going. But now they did bring Iguodala back, but maybe Clay comes back full strength, but we'll see. I don't know.
Okay. James, who's your MVP right now so far through the season?
Now, I haven't really super big because of the baseball and stuff.
Oh,
I
sure.
haven't been really watching. I'm just watching Hawks is all. So I know John Morant's playing out of his mind. I know Malcolm Brogdon started off hot, but he's been hurt. So, I mean.
All right. What
I
about
don't
your
have this
biggest
specific
disappointment? It'd be the Celtics.
I think the biggest disappointment is honestly the whole Kyrie situation.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see him play, but
Has he not played a game yet?
No,
he can't.
no. The Nets told him that he will not be with the team
Wow.
this year.
And he's just holding fast that he will not get the vaccination, huh?
They said that the new elect governor or whatever is looking to change the law.
So if the law changes, then he'll be able to play with the team probably.
Yes,
Maybe. Yeah.
Are they changing the law just because of Kyrie and they want to win?
probably. It's making a difference, I guess, in his own mind.
I think it's interesting too. The rookies, the top. Let's see, Cade Cunningham with Pistons has just been awful, just so bad. Start his career.
Yeah.
And the guy who we thought that, let's see, who was the number 2 pick, James? There was Cade. And then there was Jalen Green. Jalen Green started off really bad as well. And then honestly, the most consistent rookie coming out has been Evan Mobley.
He's been killing it.
Okay, well, I said he started off really bad. This is Jalen Green's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
He's up and then he's way down. He's up again, he's way down. So which is fine with a rookie. But Evan Mobley has actually been surprisingly one of the most consistent rookies out. So but big disappointment too, Cade Cunningham. But honestly, the biggest, in my opinion, is Zion Williamson. He's hurt, so he hasn't been able to play, but he's also put on.
How have my Michigan boys been? I've quite a few of them went to the draft this year. Anyone making an impact?
Franz Wagner is balling.
Yeah.
Now they're not winning, but he dunked on about 4 guys the other night.
Yeah, he's solid. I wish he would have stayed in another year, but oh well. Yeah. Both those Wagner boys. Yeah. All right. Adios, James. Actually, we'll just go ahead and adios the whole show. You got anything else for us, Wes, before we go?
No, that's it.
Okay. So thank you so much for listening. Please do be sure to like the video, subscribe. If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to get more great content like this every week. Be sure to comment your picks for the NFL over on the NFL spread lines this week so that you have an opportunity to win $20 for free. No entry fee, no following required. Just comment in the YouTube video or on our Twitter post, anywhere you like, what your picks are against the spread. And who knows? All you got to do is just beat the 5 of us, 6 of us, beat the 6 of us, and you get an automatic $20 provided by Wisconsin Air Duct and Conditioning Cleaning. That being said, this is the Swing Bunt Podcast for Jake, James, Wes, and Mitch. Congrats to the Braves in the World Series championship. This is the Swing Bunt Podcast signing off. So long, and we'll catch you next week.